Okay, it's the first 5 questions of the fraction assignment, so let's just give it a try. They say shade 7/10 of this diagram over here. Shade 7/10. Well, I've got to figure out a fraction. 7 out of 10, that's a fraction. I have to know how many squares are here. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I have to count the tiles. And in the middle, there's an easy way, because it's 4 by 3. There's 12 squares right there. I don't have to count it, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3, 12, and then I just go 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Hey, there's 20 tiles there. 20 tiles. Well, now I'm looking at 7 over 10. If I want to make this a fraction not out of 10. If I could change this fraction to a fraction out of 20, I'd be looking at that fraction. So all I do is 10 times 2 is 20, so I have to multiply the top. That's an important idea. If I multiply the top and bottom of a fraction by the same number, I create exactly the same ratio, the same fraction. So 14 out of 20. Well, there's 12 that I would shade in. And then I would shade in 2 more. Let's just shade, I would put that, it doesn't matter which 2 we choose. There's 14 out of 20 shaded. Here's question 2. In a class of 20 students, 1/4 play soccer, 1/5 play netball. Well, what you want to do is 1/4, but I want to make it out of 20. So I know that's 4 times 5. And I use the same idea. I multiply the top by 5. So 5 out of 20 must play soccer. If a 5th play netball, it's 20, so that must be 5 times 4 is 20. I have to multiply the top and bottom of the fraction by 4. So a fifth of 20 must be 4. Okay, now 5 play soccer, 4 play netball. I add them together. And when you add fractions, you don't add the distinct number in the bottom. You just write it down. That's how you add fractions. There's 9/20ths of the people play soccer and netball. Well, the rest play football. Well, it's got to add up to 20, so there must be 11 people playing football. And that's it. There's question 1 and 2. Let's take a look at question 3. Convert this 146 over 11 to a mixed number. Well, 146 divided by 11, quickly on my calculator, if I cheated, I see it goes in 13 times. And 13 times 11, there's a quick way of doing that in your head, but it's 143. So there's 13 groups of 11, and then 146 minus 143 with 3 left over. That's 13 and 3/11. You see, 13 times 11 plus 3, that gives you the 146. Maybe I did that kind of quick, but that's how you go from a mixed fraction, or from an improper fraction to a mixed one. Okay, let's look at this one. 3 and 5/8. We're supposed to change it to an improper fraction. It's 3 groups of 8 plus 5 more. That's 29 over 8. That's it. Let's look at the next question. 155 over something, they have a box here, I called it x, equals 31 over 20. Well, I can make these two fractions equal by multiplying the top and bottom by the same number. Hey, that's the same trick I keep doing all the time. Well, if I go 31 times 4, I won't get 155. Let's try 31 times 5. Hey, that's 155. Well, I multiply the bottom by 5, I get 100. So that number in the bottom must be 100. Now, how do we reduce 175 over 140? Well, it ends in a 5 and a 0. Let's just divide the top and bottom by the same thing. That'll also keep it the same ratio. Well, 240 divided by 5 is 48. 175 divided by 5 is 35. So there's your reduced thing, and your calculator will cheat and just do it for you. Okay, the last question of this video, arrange in descending order. 4 over 5, 8 over 15, 2 over 3. What we need is the smallest number that all these denominators go into. Well, 15 divided by 15 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 15 is your least common multiple. 3 times 5. Anyways, yeah. 15 is that number you want to put in the bottom. Okay, so You just take your 4 over 5, and we're going to change it into a number out of 15 we times by 15. It gets 12 over 15. Do the same thing with 2 over 3. It becomes 10 over 15. And the last number is 8 over 15. And there it is in descending order, biggest to smallest. And that's your answer. So there you go.